What's good, YouTube? It's Jay here. I decided to put the webcam on for this one because I'm feeling kind of good. I just left the gym, got back home, ate really good, and we've got a new update for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2.0. So let's kind of talk about the important things with this update. I really won't be going into what content's in the game necessarily because they've already kind of covered that, but we do have a lot of changes just universally to everything, weapon balancing and so forth. So we got a lot to kind of go through. Let's just talk about it. We're gonna kind of fly through this, but there are a lot of changes to penalties. There are less penalties in the game, more movement buffs, you could say. There's a lot of changes. STB, they added a minimum damage against armor. They've been doing this a lot with all the armor changes and stuff to the game, I guess, to keep things kind of balanced. The RAL got nerfed. Reduced far damage range, small increase to close range damage, reduced headshot damage, upper torso decreased, increased recoil. They gave the RPK reduced walking speed and muzzle velocity. They gave the Sakin reduced damage. They buffed the crossbow, increased time period to trigger double kills for challenges. I haven't gotten that far into the challenges yet, which is funny considering I've maxed out the crossbow, but apparently there was a bit of a problem, similar I guess you could say to some of the other pieces of equipment in the game, where it took a little too long to get to that second kill for it to count as a double kill, so that's a nice buff. RIP, I guess, to the RAL's still probably going to be good, let's be honest, but I think a big thing that would help these guns if they were just a little bit slower, because I think LMGs are meant to be those hard-hitting, long-range kind of weapons, but they're just a little too fast for kind of what it's worth compared to like an AR or something, at least in my opinion. I don't think the RPK is going to be viable anymore. Sakin's definitely still going to be usable. Like, if this is all that's being reduced, I think it'll be fine. I honestly don't think LMGs are as bad as they were at first anymore. They'll definitely be a little bit less good after this update. MX9 got increased mid-range damage, nice. BAS-P increased sprint to fire time and increased damage ranges. So this is a nerf technically. The PDSW got a slight offset weapon, or slightly offset weapon while ADS using iron sights to improve visibility. Okay, so they changed, I guess, the iron sights to make it a little less terrible, because the iron sights on the PDSW are kind of bad, the default ones anyway. They increased the close range damage of the Vel 46, which is nice. I really like that gun, and I want it to be a little bit more viable. That's really, really cool. Fixed attributes on 30-round magazine to improve handling and mobility. So yeah, they're making the guns faster. They're making them ADS faster. They're making them feel a little bit better. And I only know this because I know a little bit about some of the patch notes down below. You'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. Reduce movement speed on the Lockman sub. Reduce aim down sight speed. Is that a buff? Improve recoil control. Improve damage range and recoil control on the LM Nebula barrel. I think this is a buff, or no, reduced movement speed. Okay, so that's nerf. That's a nerf. Reduce ADS speed. All right, well, I think that's a nerf. Here's the KV broadside. They reduce lower torso damage, 12 gauge shotgun ammo, reduce damage ranges, reduce close range damage. The dragon breath, all the damage got nerfed. Everything's dead. I'm still gonna probably troll around with it a little bit. I think things like this are really obnoxious in the game, but they're honestly so much fun to use when everybody's just kind of saying the hell with it. We're not making everything competitive. We're just gonna play around and have a good time. But it was gonna have to go eventually. There was no way this was gonna stay in the game, like in a healthy state. But Bryson got an increase on headshot damage from all of its slug type ammo, which is good, and they added minimum damage against armor for the Bryson 800 and the Bryson 890. I honestly totally forgot that they're basically the same gun with just different numbers. Here are the major changes to attachments. So, global, flinch reduced center speed for reduced recenter speed for flinch. Minor increase in flinch. Minor increase to flinch on ARs, SMGs, LMGs, and shotguns. There's no longer a bullet velocity penalty on the hollow point rounds, which is crazy. Fragile rounds change healing delay timer to set from last bullet to impact. Lengthens the overall delay on a player. Remove damage range penalty. I hate fragile rounds. I've never liked these kind of rounds that stop your healing. I don't know. I don't like stuff like this. Overpressure rounds, removed recoil penalty. Increased flinch imparted on players. The Dragon's Breath got nerfed, they got nerfed. The slugs got buffed. Underbarrel launchers, remove penalty or movement penalty from under grenade launchers. That's cool. Added recoil control bonus to underbarrel grenade and shotgun launchers. And I want extra ammo stock to grenade launchers. Okay, I might need to make a little bit of a troll build to play around with this. Stocks, reduced flinch received on no stock modifications. Cool. Bipods got a buff, removed or reduced ADS penalty, the bipod V9 grip. The core BP2 bipod grip got a few different changes. Fixed bug in stat reporting, added hip recoil control, reduced hip walking speed, removed ADS penalty, added grip to compatible LMGs and marksman rifles. The underbarrel grips, reduced ADS penalty on all underbarrel grips. So all underbarrels, no, they have a reduced ADS penalty. That's really cool. So many of the attachments just nerf the ever-living hell out of your guns, and I'm happy to see that they're realizing like that's just not fun to play with. Like this isn't supposed to be like a realistic tac shooter. I get that's how it works in the real world, but COD has always been fast-paced, you know, like I don't miss slide canceling, but I am happy to see that the attachments aren't just gonna absolutely destroy your gun for each one that you put on it. It's just not fun to play with. Reduced movement speed penalty for all vertical grips. Cool. Muzzle attachments, breachers, greatly reduced ADS penalty. Nice. What are the breachers? Are those the, those are like the recoil, I'll have to check. I think the breachers are the melee ones. I don't remember, but that's a buff. They added hipfire movement speed buff. Cool. Flash hiders, reduce ADS penalty. Nice. So they're reducing ADS penalty across the board. Reduced ADS penalty on hollow optics. Nice. Like using a red dot, I'm pretty certain that's classified under the hollow like optics category, but using a red dot and then just having it just be slow you down. Like I get it, it's supposed to add weight to the gun, but it's a tiny dot. It's a tiny sight. Some of the guns, like when you put a red dot on them, you could feel like a drastic difference in their like ADS speed. Remove movement penalties on hollow optics. Let's go. That's perfect. Reduced ADS and movement speed penalties from all thermals, hybrid, and variable zooms. Nice. Reduce ADS penalty on shotgun scopes. Cool. I support these changes 100%. Comb attachments, which were sort of like stocks to an extent. Fixed handling stat UI on the Schlager TTF3, the FSS ammo sleeve, the PD, the wingman. Yeah, they fixed some of the stats on them. Bug fixes. Fixed an issue where equipping some attachments to the KV broadside shotgun will cause players not to be able to infill into DMZ. That's an interesting one. Fixed Heartbreaker crossbows blueprints, reticle appearance in kill cams. Fixed an issue that prevented crossbow bolts from penetrating water. Didn't know that was an issue. They buffed all the explosives, like your equipment, against armor. I hate claymores. This is not fun. I don't like that. Audio got changed a little bit. Sub mix fixes that were affecting enemy footstep volume. Equalize sand footsteps to better cut through the mix similar to dirt and concrete. Fixed an issue that caused war tracks to randomly stop playing when in an active vehicle. Fixed an issue preventing the war tracks of a patrol boat's driver from being heard while in the patrol boat's herds. UI and UX, this is a big one. Update requires restart has been removed pretty much. If the title requires a restart due to an update, it will restart automatically. I guess it hasn't been removed, it just does it automatically. Cool, I guess. All menus, all right, so menus, all new menus for weapon and camo challenges, which I need to take a look at. I'll take some screenshots and put them in the video. Added a store tab for players to see all available bundles for a specific weapon, well, I guess. Party queuing. Party queuing allows players to automatically join a friend's party once they are finished with their active match. Just like inviting friends to a party or channel, you can access party queuing via the in-game social menu. So now the game will just auto-connect you to your friends if you try to join them while they're in the middle of a game. That's cool. Like after the game is over, it'll just join you in. Cool. DMZ combat records will launch with Season 2 Reloaded, will not aggregate previous game history. Complete 5 matches to unlock. You have to play matches to get your combat record? That's kind of weird. I hate that it just like transfer over, but whatever. Nothing you can do about it. The same thing with the Warzone and MW2, I'm pretty certain. Some global bug fixes for a variety of crashes. Fixed an issue where players are hearing incorrect team faction voiceover on certain maps. Fixed an issue where players' squad number would appear inside a ping for a vehicle. Fixed an issue where the last stand revive was not interrupted when a player was hit with a shock stick. Flash and stun grenade blast would no longer kill players at low health. That's cool. I'm okay with that. Fixed a handful of issues that will cause the target marking feature of the spotter scope to persist when not aiming down sights. I remember that glitch. Throwing knives can now kill recon drones or bomb drones. Fixed an issue with the Gus operator sometimes appearing without a full character model during a match. All right, that's cool stuff. Kill streaks fixed an issue where players would lose a play sentry gun if they tried to pick it up while diving. Interesting, I didn't know that was a thing. Players' field of view will not reset properly when transitioning to a new round if they were in a cruise missile sequence when it happened. Kill streak command actions from the wheels and the VTOL are now disabled when a player is in last stand. Fixed an issue that prevented players from marking a mortar strike or precision strike position through certain fences. Fixed an issue causing care packages in timeout while the player is using it. Fixed an issue that played an incorrect voiceover when pinging an Overwatch helo. And finally, fixed an issue that will cause the player's field of view to be looking downwards after using a cruise missile. Hallelujah! I hated that so much. I would try to use a cruise missile and I'm just like looking down at my little iPad. I'm glad that's fixed. Fixed an issue preventing drill charges from eliminating agents in Battle Royale and DMZ. And field upgrade changes. Fixed an issue where C4 models destroyed by a trophy would not delete. Fixed an issue preventing trophies from destroying cluster mines as they're being deployed. Trophies should not destroy cruise missiles. Please fix that. It makes no sense. Fix an issue where the DDoS was not working properly on recon and bomb drones. Adjusted the deployment position for the recon drone and bomb drone within the train so they no longer destroy themselves immediately. Fixed a duplication issue with the deployable cover when picking up another field upgrade on the ground in Battle Royale and DMZ. Interesting. All right, then we got more UI changes. Holy cow, there are so many changes. Fixed an exploit where players can sometimes equip two of the same weapon. I didn't know that was a thing. Fixed an issue changing the receiver and the gunsmith on the blissful ignorance blueprint will kick a player to the previous menu. That's just a lot of UI changes. I'll leave it here so you can actually read it, but that's just more UI changes. Social stuff. Holy, oh my God, there's so many pieces, so many fixes. Wow. This game probably wasn't really ready to launch, if we're being honest. I'll let you guys read through all this. This is a lot. Just they fixed the game. They made it not feel like garbage anymore. Same with vehicles. They fixed the game. Okay, there you go. PC settings. PC players will have an audio update allowing players to select stereo or surround sound outputs. Cool. This option will default to stereo if not set. We have been investigating clips which appear to only include the front left and right channels, and the output on some PCs may default to surround, resulting in missing channels of audio. That's a lot. Gyro aiming, ratcheting. Or I don't use the setting anyway. Inverted flash. You can now basically yell, "I got darked" instead of "I got flash," because this basically allows your screen to go black instead of white, which is cool. They still need to buff Battle Harden to make it so it's actually effective against flashes, like how it is in literally every other Call of Duty. If you wear Battle Harden and you get flashed, it nullifies it. That's how it's always been, but whatever. Spec Ops stuff. I mean, I don't really play a whole lot of Spec Ops stuff. Unfortunately, I'm more of a multiplayer kind of guy, but it does seem like just adjusted a lot of bug fixes and stuff, or addressed a lot of broken things. And a weapon XP token is unlocked now for each completion of the raid. I need to play the raid. Wait a minute, stack up on some XP tokens. It'll probably be like a 15-minute one though. Added 1 camel to the regular loot pool. I need to try raids. That's a lot of stuff. Multiplayer, new playlist. We got the new map, Himmel Met Expo. Can't wait to go try this. From some of the images I've seen, it's actually very freaking huge. What can you do? Drop zone, one in the chamber, all for nothing. I already talked about this in a previous video. Same with this. I talked about this in a previous video as well. I didn't know there was an exploit for capturing a point in control on LSCLO. That's interesting. The cast off 762 and all weapon tuning got banned from ranked. RIP weapon tuning. It's not competitive in the slightest. Got some quality of life changes for ranked play. Improved visual feedback when a match is canceled because the player left within the first 30 seconds. The skill division reward screen now displays rewards from all divisions by default. That's cool. Added top 250 profile images for a handful of CDL pro players who were previously missing them. Cool. Got some bug fixes. Fixed an issue that prevented players from selecting CDL operators. Addressed a visual bug that suggested a player's SR had been reset. Fixed an issue that was occasionally causing an unintended suspension after backing out of searching for a match before the lobby was formed. Wow. Okay, and we still got a lot more to go through. Wowzers. All right, we'll probably just cover the Warzone stuff because I don't really play a whole lot of DMZ. Killstreak availability. They added a timer now for airspace is too crowded, which is phenomenal. Improved airstrike danger notifications to be more consistent based on each damage location. Improved directional tracing to prevent Precision airstrike, targeting from sometimes landing behind the player. Players will now be notified when a cluster strike or precision airstrike if they are too close to the affected zone. We will not be notified. They changed they made the give up timer more consistent, increased the scale of navigation pings of the tag map and mini map for improved readability. The text has been removed for armor breaks. You auto loot plates now, which is nice. Spawn protection will now disable at 25 meters, up from 19. Oh, cool. You could gun people out of the sky a little bit easier now. Cool. We will continue to refine as we move forward, given the importance of this feature to redeploying players. Wait, so spawn protection will now disable at 25 meters, up from 19. That's a nerf to spawn protection, right? Yeah. The kill feed will now display who's about to redeploy when the resurgence timer reaches 0. That's cool. Friendly pings and splash screens are now visible to spectators. Nice. Loot cards for gas masks now more accurately reflect their damage amounts. Nice, that's cool. There are multiple playlists now for all the game modes. You have solos, duos, trios, and quads across all of them. We've been wanting that. It was said it was going to be there on launch with Ashika Island, but we're now getting it. That's all that matters, I guess. I don't know. Some stuff about Warzone's anniversary. They're giving you a bunch of rewards. Basically, here you go. Bomb drones are gone. Gameplay changes, pacing bouncing. So future improvements will include more ground loot supply boxes, especially in the north of the map. Resurgence supply boxes being sprinkled throughout the map, additional ammo caches, and more. Okay. We will be addressing this across blah, 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 blah. Okay, so they're going to be changing some stuff in the future. Gameplay adjustments. Light Helo. The Light Helo has been disabled in solos. We are protective of the solo squad size being a fair and balanced experience, and the Light Helo went against that ethos. That's a very interesting way of wording that. An increased number of contracts revealed over the course of the match to increase their availability in later circles. Final circles in season. We are temporarily disabling final circles in the northwestern section of the map while we work on improvements for upcoming seasons. That's for Al Mazrah. Ashika has redeployed drones. AI combatants are gone. Thank God. I hated these things so much. Like, the AI are cool for DMZ, but for Warzone and Battle Royale, just getting shot by a player, shooting it, or getting shot by a bot, shooting at the bot, and then basically letting people know where you are. It's just not fun, bro. Get it out of here. Circle balancing. The first circle will be approximately 20% larger and more likely to be on land to better enable a successful infill. Cool, I like that. The circle was very small when you first landed. Actions that affect the resurgence countdown have been adjusted to allow for more windows of opportunity to team wipe the opposing team. Improvements to the buy stations have been made to better spread the buy stations more evenly. Cool, I like that. Because certain parts of the map just did not have a buy station at all. Like, ever. Fixed an issue that caused players to lose camera and movement control when close proximity to bollards. What are those, the boats? Fixed an issue that prevented players from using the player report feature during the kill cam if their entire squad had been eliminated. Cool. Fixed an issue causing dev error 6146 while attempting to join a private match. And they fixed an issue allowing redeploy tokens to appear in buy stations even after the gulag had closed. I didn't even know redeploy tokens were in the game. I don't really play a whole lot of Al Mazrah, to be perfectly honest. I'm gonna leave the DMZ stuff here. I don't know much about DMZ, but I do want to get into it. And if you want me to get into DMZ, let me know in the comments down. Multiple bug fixes. They fixed a lot of stuff with it. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like on it. Lots of changes across the board. I'm gonna go record content on the new map and probably stream it a little bit later on over at twitch.tv/j_the_gamer, both the 3 instead of an E. Let me know what your favorite parts of these fixes are, man, because there's a lot of changes and I'm happy about them. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Peace.